Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Great to see all of you here. Life is a journey within a journey. So, some great questions I have here. The trippy side of being awakened or spiritually awakened. There is a side to that. There is definitely a side. So, you know, the thing is, every single human being that's living or existing at this very moment, including you. I don't think you know this, or maybe many of you do know this. This is not your first life. In other words, this is not. They have the saying that this is not your first rodeo. You have a thing called past life. Past life is where you've lived before, like you're living now. Like exactly what you're doing right now, you have done this before. You have done it in a different city. You've done it in a different state. You've done it in a different country, a different universe, a different galaxy, a different dimension. Did you know that? You know that? I don't know if you knew that. So you lived, you were a male, a female. You were rich, you were poor. You were in the 16th century, the 12th century, the 5th century, the 19th century. You were 2 months ago. That's called past life. Every single being have that and experience that. Now, past lives are infinite. They're in a loop. They circulate around. Each past life gives amnesia to a present life. Past lives only trickle in. They give you hints. They give you little signs that you lived a past life. Were you aware of that? So usually a person that has a fetish or that have a desire or has a feeling or something, if you're just passionate about a certain thing in your life, maybe you like to play the piano, maybe you're just infatuated with like art or music, or you find yourself attracted to certain cultures or other things, or you act a certain way, that's a clear indication that some of your past life residue is creeping in. Yeah, every single one of you have a past life, and it can only be this way. The reason why it can only be this way is because the information that you and I are made from, they cannot multiply to infinity. They are finite, so we must replicate and repeat again, and the laws of physics tells us that. I know how profound that is, but I'll repeat it again so you can understand. The stuff that make up your body, that make up who you are, they can't go on forever. They have to repeat, because they can only be arranged in a certain amount of patterns. And because they can only be arranged in a certain amount of patterns, the only thing that will always be consistent is consciousness or awareness, which is infinite. So consciousness always finds avenue to interpret and experience itself. So the fact that you are repeating over and over again, and consciousness is you, so you've lived every life possible. That some of it you can think, some of it you can imagine, some of it you cannot imagine. So that's a trippy thing about spiritual awakening that I've gotten a lot of questions on, a past life. Now, can you go visit your past life? Can you tap into a past life? Yes, you can. Now, the reason you can tap into your past life is because, again, another thing about the universe or the multiverse is you cannot create or destroy information. Information is always stored in a database of your subconscious mind. So if you want to get into your past life, you have to do what's called a past life regression. There's a couple ways you can do past life regression, or you can just go to the express route. I call it the express lane. So the express lane is you can just go to your higher self, and you can ask your higher self before you go to bed every night, and you just talk out low in a voice, and you can say, hey, reveal some of my past lives to me. And then what will happen when you go to sleep, you will get dreams of your past life. You can do it that way, or you can go see what they call past life regression hypnotherapists, where they can put you under hypnosis and pull up your past. But the easiest one for me, I just go to my higher self and I just say, hey, reveal some of my past lives for me. And then I'll have dreams of some things in my past life. Right? Yeah, so past life is something that you're doing. Now, another trippy thing about spiritual awakening or awarenesses. So you have past lives, right? So we know that, because that's going on right now. But there's other versions of you living right now in your past lives. I know it sounds trippy, but it's actually happening right now. Does that see how that works? So it's really good if you could tap into your past life, because if you could tap into your past life, you can use some of the information and resources in this life. The next trippy thing we got to discuss now is the word karma, or what is karma? Karma, can karma carry over? Do I have karmic problems? Do I have like karmic ties I have to break and all that stuff? Someone asked me, how does someone resolve karma? So the truth about karma is, karma can only affect you in this present experience you're having. Karma does not carry over or bring back over from a past life. And the reason is simple. A conscious being can only interpret or experience one phase of existence at a time. I'll repeat it again. Karma can't follow you from your past life, from what you did in the past. It can't come to you from your ancestors. It can't come to you from your great-grandmother. It can't follow any of that stuff. A lot of literature, a lot of information says that karma follows you. I have to break my karmic ties. That cannot happen. So I'm waiting for someone to ask me, well, why, how, or da-da-da. Or are you just going to take the information I'm giving you? Or you want to know what's happening here? There we go. Why not? Well, there's two reasons karma can't follow you. The first reason is in the laws of physics and energy and how the universe works. Everything is moving towards us at the same time, right? Negative karma, none of that can follow. It cannot come into this experience you're having. And we're going to go into the laws of physics, all right? Here's how it works. We live in what's called an attraction-based universe. Everything is coming at us at the same time. What determines our experience of a thing is our focus, our attention on it. So if I have both karmas coming at me at the same time, that means I'm in a state of one awareness. I have to be aware to know the karma is coming at me. I can't be in my past life because I'm not aware there anymore. I am aware now. So the only thing that's happening is what's happening now. So if both karmas are coming at me now, if I focus on this positive karma, the negative karma collapses and becomes a wave function. A wave again. That means it disappears. I cannot experience that. I cannot interpret that because it's no longer in my rendering. I cannot render that because a conscious being can only experience one reality at a time. You cannot experience multiple realities at the same time. although they're happening, but your brain is tuned to the frequency of this reality you're in. So there cannot be a karma coming from your past life affecting this reality. It gets neutralized before it gets here, because you're only one perceptor, one perception. Correct. Well, actually, someone says, so it's like matter cannot be in two places. Actually, matter can be in two places at the same time, multiple places at the same time. But again, it's about the observer. You can only observe one place at one time. Although things are happening simultaneously, the other one will be out of your frame of experience and your frame of senses. So you can only ever experience one thing at a time. Just your brain is wired that way. Now, if your brain was super wired a different way, or super powerful, where you could experience multiple realities, then yes, karma would be a thing that would affect you. So karma only applies in this life. What you do here is what you will get here. Correct. It's more about the focus and the intent. Correct. When you visualize something too, next trippy thing about this stuff is the visualization process. Athletes do this a lot. Athletes will visualize how it plays out, and it usually plays out that way. You have to visualize the end of how it plays out for you. You never go a beginning or a middle in the visualization session. So someone asked me, so why then do people experience bad things without choosing it? So the reason people experience bad things without choosing it is because of their vibration and of their frequency they're on. Alignment. So vibration, people experience bad things they don't choose because of their frequency, their vibration, and their thoughts. If a person has a lot of negative thoughts, they are going to be on a frequency that brings negative results. If a person have a positive thoughts, you're going to be on a frequency of positive thoughts. Now here's something that you must know about the universe, and this may be very controversial, but take it as you would like to take it. I'm just going to give you the facts of it. But this has to be told and has to be known. And here it is. When it comes to things that we give meaning to, love, hate, negative, positive, rich, poor, whenever something is happening in the universe does not give anything a class. It's all the same to the universe. All the universe, or all the consciousness is doing, is looking for an experience of love. What is experience to be hateful? What is it like to be experience of love? What is it like to experience pleasure? What is it like to experience pain? That's all it is. You and I are the ones that will give a meaning to a thing. This is painful, this is love, this is hate, this is good, this is bad. That only applies to humans. In the grand scheme of the universe, there are just happening stuff. There is no meaning. It's just a flow of existence and experience. It's a feedback mechanism. So what that means, it means all experiences exist in the universe as one flow. You get to choose, though. Here's the good news for you. You get to determine what part of the show you want to play. Life is fun. Life is stressful. Life is challenging. Life sucks. Life is so fantastic. Life is so great. You're going to get it either way, because the universe have everything tied in. The universe doesn't choose. You choose. The universe just supplies. It throws the pieces like this, and it says, you go get it. And then whatever you get, you get. It's the meaning you give it. Correct, Brian. Same thing with your purpose. Your purpose is whatever purpose you give it. It's the meaning you give it. No, notice the key phrase here. You give, personalize. You notice what's happening? Internalizing, internal, perception, subjective. You get what I'm saying here? Remember, I always say to you guys, I say, look, each person lives in their own bubble universe. Everybody's in their own world. So how exactly do I do this with manifesting height? With a belief. If you believe anything you believe strongly, without a doubt, it will come to pass. We see that every day in your body with the placebo effect. You know, someone can trick you to believe something, right? You know, they do it every day. That's what placebo effect is. It's a trick. They trick you. They cut off your logic and your ego so you go right to the subconscious. That's actually what subliminals do, which is very powerful. Subliminals trick you. They cut off the ego, so there's no resistance, so there's no judgment, there's no analyzing, and then it goes right to the subconscious. And once you get to your subconscious is forced to accept it. Your subconscious cannot talk or reason. It needs your ego's help to do that, so it's defenseless. So once you put something in, it just says, all right, that's it. Purpose is our reason. We give our life the reason and purpose. You have to give your life the intention and the purpose to be great or be not so great. You see how it works? Yes, hypnosis bypasses your critical divide of your mind. Everybody's in their own bubble. And everybody's in their own version of free will. Every single person. When you tell your subconscious mind, yes, when you tell your subconscious mind what you don't want, that's actually what you do want. I know it's weird, it's trippy, it's correct. When you say, I don't want to be poor, you want to be poor. I don't want to be in a toxic relationship, you want to be in a toxic relationship. I don't want people bothering me, people are going to bother you. I don't want to be sick, you're going to get sick. I mean, do you get that, or does it make sense, or you don't understand that? Can anyone tell me why that happens? Someone says no. Explain, please. I'll explain to you. So your subconscious works on it. Your subconscious is like a little meter, an emotional meter, right? So the subconscious is looking for the most heightened emotion, and whatever the more heightened emotion your subconscious gets, that's what it's going to manifest. So think about this. Your most heightened emotion is on what you don't want, because that's something that you don't want. So you try to protect and prepare, so you're going to have more emotion into what you don't want. Oh man, I don't want to be poor, man. That's a lot of emotion. So you're thinking, I'm just putting this emotion to protect me. When you say, I don't want to be poor, your subconscious says, this emotion says poor. You're going to be poor. Your subconscious picks up the highest emotion. When you're trying to protect something, you're going to have more emotion because you don't want it to happen in your life. But your subconscious doesn't look at the logic because it can't logicalize. It looks at the emotion. So we put more emotions in the things we don't want because we want them not to happen to us. You know, so when your subconscious just says, I don't want to be sick, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be in a toxic relationship, it just sees, oh, there's a lot of emotion on this thing here. So this must mean, let's produce more of it in your life. Does that make sense? Now do you understand it? Universe doesn't understand the words, correct. So if you understand that, so how do you fix it now? How do you fix that? I just taught you. So reverse it. So if you don't want more of something, just don't think of it. Just think about what you want. Right, just allow health, allow wealth. How do I allow health and how do I allow wealth in my subconscious? Well, if you put something to your subconscious like it's a normal way for you to get it, then it's going to manifest that emotion. Because when a normal emotion comes into your subconscious will put that as a regular routine in your reality. That tends to manifest a lot faster because it's in a flow. But unfortunately, we don't put a lot of normal emotions in our life. We put more panic and fear emotions in our life. And that's not our fault. That's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's the fault of the matrix. It's the fault of the media. It's the fault of the society you live in. It's the fault of the parents, and it's not their fault. So it's really hard to get away from that stuff unless you can plug out of the matrix like you're doing now. So it's because of our programming. That's an interesting way to look at it too. I don't want to win 50K in the lottery. You may end up winning 50K in the lottery because the emotion is pushing it back. It's like, but you gotta be careful when how you use that method too, because that can also create resistance, and that can also, after you get the manifestation, because you don't want it, your subconscious may make you lose it because your official thing is I didn't want it, but you got it, but that residual energy is there to make you sabotage yourself. So I don't recommend doing that routine. It's easier to just have a state of being where your things come into life. So you should rather be thinking positive on all aspects. All that superconscious called infinite intelligence. Right. Or affirmations. Right, you got to use your affirmations, and you have to be a positive thinker as often as you can. Yes, so you say I'm okay with winning 50K in the lottery. Correct. That's a normal thing for you. You can open that up channel to come into your reality. Yes, manifesting the lottery is quite simple. Do I know Neville Goddard and do I agree with his teachings? Yes, I heard of Neville Goddard and I do agree with his teachings. They're very profound and very powerful. The lottery thing is a simple concept. So if it is your goal or one of your desires to win the lottery or manifest the lottery thing there, then you must have one knowledge or understanding that will make you win the lottery. There's one thing you must know. It's like this is a must know in order for you to go manifest the lottery. If you don't know this, then chances are you may not manifest your lottery the way you want. So I'll explain to you what it is, the number one rule to manifesting the lottery when it comes to manifesting the lottery. Manifesting the lottery now means that you're deliberately creating it. We're not talking about just shooting, throwing money out and hoping to win. That's not what we're doing here. We're deliberately, we're calculatedly, we're creating, we are manifesting the win. It's a difference than playing or hoping or more to. You're deliberately manifesting the win, like I manifested my win. So if you want to manifest a lottery win or anything in your life, you must know this rule, and here's the rule. That you are never in competition with somebody else manifesting the lottery. There is only you manifesting it. That's the rule. You must also know that there is no such thing as odds when you are manifesting the lottery. There is only odds if you're playing the lottery or you're gambling the lottery. That's the only time odds exist. So if you're a true manifester or a deliberate creator, you must get these things out of your head. So there is no odds, and you're the only one playing. Someone else's energy is not going to be bigger than yours. If the jackpot is 50, it's 5 billion or 1 billion, and everybody's playing, you will still win. Because the fundamental rule of all this stuff is that the universe splits off every second or nanosecond in your own reality, where you become the winner and you don't compete with the other person. So technically every single human being on the planet Earth can win the lottery at the same time. If you're smart, tell me why that can be done. Let's see if you're really smart here. Every single human being, whatever, 8 billion people right now, they can win a huge lottery jackpot all at the same time. And nobody will run out of money. If you're really smart, maybe you can tell me why. I'm looking at the answers here. Everything happens at once. Different, correct. Different parallel universes with different experience that transmutate to this one. Timelines, correct, you got it. Every being will shift to a reality where the win occurs, and they'll bring the people from that into their reality where everything looks like it's the same. It just happened. So that you can get that myth out the line now that says, oh, well, everybody's manifesting the lottery. How am I going to win? What if somebody's energy is bigger than mine? How can I? You know, that's a myth. In physics, it's technically possible to do it. But of course, everybody's not going to play. Everybody's not going to win, because some people just don't have the patience. They don't believe it. They're going to give up. They're going to move on to something else. You know, for you to get what you want, you have to really desire it. You have to really be plugged into it. It'd have to be your lifestyle. It can't be a fad or a phase. Alright. The next thing about the lottery thing here is there's a stigma that you have to play a lot of money to win. No. The next stigma people do is they play a lot of money thinking they're going to win more. Actually, if you do that, you're actually doing the opposite. You're telling the universe you're in more of a lack. The more you play, the more money you put out, the more money you're going to be in a lack state. Because you're telling the universe you don't have it, so I'm trying to get into more lack. This is why I always say, if you're manifesting the lottery, set a budget and stick with your budget. Don't ever go over your budget. Don't listen to your ego and say, oh, let's splurge. Do not do that. Because it doesn't matter. It's just going to make you in more lack. If you could only play $1, play $1. You'll still win. If you can play $50 and that's your budget, go ahead. But just don't go over it. Because when you go over it, you're trying to control the outcome. You're trying to win, which means you're actually creating more resistance. This is I'm talking. So what I'm showing you manifesting here now. This is manifesting. This is creating the stuff. Play within your budget. You ever see the lottery commercials? They always say, play within your budget. Don't spend your rent money. Don't borrow money from people to play. That's correct, because those are all in lack states. They say play responsibly. They're telling you the truth. Because guys, remember, you are creating this. Well, I mean, technically, you're bringing the energy. You're not creating; it's already done. But to make sense of it, you are just moving towards and bringing your goal towards. Should we watch lottery commercials I've never seen? Sure, you can watch lottery commercials. You can do anything. You can do once it's $5 a day, fine, $10, whatever. It's up to each individual is different. It's your budget, it's your world. But just a key point, just don't go over your budget. Even though, don't chase. You ever hear the words chasing? People chase the tickets. Don't chase. They buy one ticket, they lost it. They say, I'm gonna get my money back. They buy a second ticket. Nah, don't do that. You don't chase. You have to be disciplined. Oh, great! You have an interview with Timothy Schultz soon. Awesome. Let me know your what is this, unknown 77? Okay, I'll look out for you on Timothy Schultz. All right, give me a shout out. You found me through the Peace Dealer on YouTube. Awesome. What's the Peace Dealer? So, when I won the lottery, what really made me win the lottery, if you guys want to know, is, and this, I don't want it to sound corny or anything of that sort, but what really made me win the lottery was, number one, I was already like a delusional guy already. My natural makeup is a little bit delusional. So you got to have a little sprinkle of delusion in you if you're going to pull something like this off. Or you see my interview with you. So that's the first thing. I was already delusional. You know, I always see things, possibilities, you know. So that was it for me. So I had the little delusional in my head going on. Think about it. You got to be a little delusional to do something like that with the lottery and go buy stuff for a car you don't have and visualize a car and you don't know if it's gonna happen. So I had to be a little delusional, just a little, because that's very important in the manifesting process. Because when you're a little delusional, it's gonna expand your belief system. And you okay, so that was it. But would you like to know what made me delusional? And this is the important thing. What made me a little delusional? What turned up my delusion? You want to know what did it? Science. The thing that you think would turn down my delusion turned up my delusion. Because once I discovered and I figured out that there exists potential infinite worlds with a parallel version of myself that already won, that took me to the next level. Because that's when I realized that what I'm doing was going to work 100%, and I didn't stop. So once I realized that the game I was manifesting was not a game of odds or probabilities according to physics. It was a game of alignment. That's all I was doing. I wasn't looking for the odds or the numbers. I was looking for the alignment. I was looking to find that reality where I already won and match it and transmute it here. And that was easy to do because I didn't have to do it. It was my subconscious mind to do it for me. My job was just to go out and buy my tickets. That was it. I had the easiest job. I had to go out, set my budget, get my tickets, visualize my win, act like I got it, expect it. That's all I had to do, and physics would take care of the rest for me. And that's how I did it. And then I said, okay, so this stuff worked once, let's see if it worked again. And it worked again. And I was like, okay, I won again. This stuff worked twice, let's see if it worked again. Oh man, it worked again. I won 3 times, I won 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I kept winning. I kept 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 20,000, I was at the lottery office like almost every other month, And I was like, man, then I started to 500. There's like 1 week, I told you guys, like 1 week, I had like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like every day I was buying a ticket, I was being led to a ticket. And each ticket I was getting, it would be 500, 500. One day I had like 5, 10, 15. I went to 3 different stores just buying one ticket, just being led, just being intuition, not me just like thinking, just going with it. And one ticket was 5, one ticket was 5, and I was like, man, I was like, they gotta make a movie on this. I can't make this stuff up, man. I go every day and I get $500, and then I check the odds. I say, okay, what are the odds of somebody like going and buying one ticket every day and getting $500? And the odds were really stacked. They were like stupendous. It was like, for what I did, it was like 1 in like almost to a billion. So, this is to inspire you, to just put a point to show you that life isn't about what they try to tell you it's about. Life is about what you tell life to be about. That's the main point I'm telling you this story. It's not for me to show off or brag. It's for me to inspire you, to tell you that if that can happen, and the odds of me doing that daily, what else can happen for you in your life if you learn how to tap in and plug in? The real secret is to unlearn what they taught you in school and what they taught you about life. That's the real secret you gotta learn. You have to start to plug in, because you live in infinite possibilities, infinite worlds. And then once you can tap into the power of that force, it can lead you, it can guide you, and you can make your life a whole lot better, easier, whatever you want to call it. Can this be also used to manifest people? I don't know. I've never done it with people. I've only done it with the lottery. And the reason I suspect it will be a little bit more tricky with people, to do this with people, is because of the fact that winning the lottery is easier, or getting money, like manifesting money or things like that, it's a lot easier. Like, to tell you the truth, like manifesting a house, a car, the lottery, money, success, they're a lot easier than manifesting people. And I'll tell you why. Because money and the lottery and cars, they are inanimate objects. They have no reason in consciousness. They only have a level of conscious awareness. In other words, a car and the money, they cannot have a conversation with you, and they cannot tell you no, and they cannot think, and they cannot decide if they want you to win them or want them to have them. They're just gonna come to you. With people, it's a little different, because a person have a free will. They can decide if they like you or not, or they feel your vibe, or they don't like your shoes, they don't like what your cologne you have. See, people can do that stuff. So it's going to be a little more challenging to manifest a person. But if you want to manifest like the money, the stuff, that's an easy thing to do. So I don't use it with people. I just use it with like this, because it's easy to do it, because it's not going to tell you no. So hopefully that answers your question when it comes to manifesting people. But I suspect a lot of you guys here like want to manifest the stuff, like, you know, like maybe financial freedom, more success in your business, things like that. And I tell you that is a lot easier to do, because once you can lock into it, and once you put your attention on it, it'll come to you, and it'll never tell you no. Like if you're manifesting the lottery's manifesting you. Did you know that? If you're manifesting your six-figure business is actually manifesting you. What you're seeking is actually seeking you more than you're seeking it, on the inanimate objects, not the animate. Animate means with reason and consciousness and a higher level of consciousness, not with people. So, okay, so I want to make it clear for you. So if you're manifesting a person, it doesn't mean the person is manifesting you, just to make that clear. But if you're manifesting money, success, stuff like that, that stuff is manifesting you, because that stuff only have a one-way communication, is to come towards you. That stuff cannot sit and say, I don't want to come to you. It has to come to you. People, on the other hand, they have a choice. So if you're going to manifest people, you do it a little different. So what you do when you're going to manifest a person, You're going to manifest a connection. That's something that's going to blend with you. Correct. Don't manifest a specific person and it will work. That's right. Just be open for a person that will resonate for you. And then when the person comes, that person will match you. But if you're trying to manifest a specific type of person, that specific type of person may not be manifesting you. But the good news for you guys is there's always somebody for you. Your match is out there. That right specific person is there for you. But maybe you're just manifesting the wrong specific person. So my advice to you, if you're going to manifest with love or people, anything of that sort, be open and let the universe bring it, because only you know you more than you know yourself, your higher self. And it will fit. It will fit. So that's something you want to know about. So there's some things just want you to keep in mind. But with the lottery, you can anybody can go and win the lottery and manifest it. But remember, it's a process. It's a system. It takes persistence. It takes patience. Okay, it's a routine. You do it and you will get it. So you have to apply the mental game to master. I'll repeat it again. This people, because I get a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions. You have to know the rules of the game to play the game. And the 2 rules to manifest the lottery is there are no such thing as odds or probabilities when you manifest in a lottery, because you're deliberately creating. And also, you are the only one in competition with yourself. You're not competing with everybody else winning the Mega Million or the Powerball or how many ever millions of people are playing. You're only competing or playing amongst yourself. Those are the 2 rules. If you can accept those 2 rules, then you can win and manifest a lottery. For how long it took me to do this? A little over a year, about 12, 13 months. But again, after the next one is a time. I don't look at life as a time thing, so you got to eliminate time to do the lottery. But the reason I could keep time is just for reference, so you guys can understand. But in my world, it manifested now. Correct. Rules to manifest in the lottery, okay? Not to win the lottery. Win the lottery is the matrix. Is you're trying to probably manifest the lottery. Rules to manifest, it means you're creating, you're attracting, you're bringing in. The rules, I like how you put this, who's this here? Let me go back down, scroll. This is Optimum Engineer. Right, rules to change that to rules to manifest in the lottery, no odds, and I'm not in competition, only with yourself. You're not in competition with others, you're just with yourself. And then you can go do it. You will manifest it. I mean, you guys, I'm sure you guys seen a lot of these interviews on Timothy shows, people doing it. This has become more popular now. There are a lot of people manifesting it now because they see, when I talked about this a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, it was just on the forefront. And now I see a lot of people, a lot of you guys are winning. Even some of you winning more than I won. And many of you won big, but you don't want to tell anybody, and I respect that because it's a lot. When you get a lot of money like that, you don't want to be advertising it to people. But some of you were very nice and very courteous and sent me an email, and I kept it personal, confidential. So you did that, and I know you won big. And I know many of you continue to win big. So it's a good thing to see this is something that people can do, and they can implement it in manifesting. So this is about manifesting. This is not about playing to win. This is about manifesting the win. Okay. So that's the thing. If that's something that you like to do, go do it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anybody try to say to you winning or manifesting a lottery is a sign of lack. That's BS, because they can't do it. So don't let anybody tell you that. People try to tell me that, or I see it all the time. Well, you don't want to win them. You don't want to manifest. You're telling you're cutting the universe off. You're saying, oh, there's only one channel. You know that. Yes, but what you do when you're manifesting This is the lottery thing. Now, when you're manifesting the lottery, you're going to keep the options open. You know, the lottery, for you to manifest the lottery, is to inspire you to see the possibilities of what your life could become. And that's a good thing. That's going to motivate you. But then you also keep the options open for the universe to bring it to you another way. That's the correct way to do it. Oh, someone's asking me that, right? What books do you recommend? My book. There you go. All the secrets you want to learn. Manifest it. Amazon. This one too. I used to advertise my books a lot, but I stopped doing it because they sell themselves. I don't need to advertise them. You guys already know. People read. People's, you know, so I don't advertise them like that anymore. So you guys already know the books. People talk, man. People know stuff. If something works, you don't have to advertise it. People are going to get it. They're going to buy it. They're going to read it. So that's why I stopped advertising it, because it works better for me anyway. All right. Number 33 in my cheat code book. Well, the reason I don't talk about 33 in the book is because 33 is a number that all of you know already. It's a pretty popular number. Everybody sees 333. If you don't know what 33 means, 333 has two meanings. It means that you're a spiritually ascended master now. You're getting downloads to become very spiritually enlightened, and you're actually, the universe is like taking you on as a student. And the next meaning for 333, it has to do with secular things about businesses, about careers, about things like that. It's a master number. 33 is a master number. So when you see the 33, it's a real indication that you have two things going on. You're getting spiritually enlightened, and then you have something to do with your business or your passion. The threes are telling you the time is right for you to take the risk and do it. And the number 4, which is, by the way, 4 is my favorite number. It's one of the most, in my opinion, the 4s are one of the most powerful numbers that you can get in the synchronicity world, besides the 7 and the 8. And the reason why the 4s, the 4s are even more powerful than the 11s, and I'll tell you why. Because when you have the 4s around you and you see the 4s literally are telling you that you are right where you're supposed to be, and it's also telling you that whatever the situation that you're into or you're being faced with, it is actually going to work out a lot better for you. That's why the 4s are so powerful, man. And I'll tell you a story on that. I have never ever been, I've been in some situations, we all have, and I did not know how it was going to work out. And I said, this cannot work out this way. And then I would always see the 4s. They would bombard me. And then guess what? The damn situation would work out better than I thought. That fascinated me for 1 month when that happened to me. Imagine 1 month. I was like, damn, this is really trippy. So, but here's the next thing about it. The number, that's the 4 for me. For me, it's the 4. But the universe, you see, the universe and the numbers will pick you. Your number, your 4 could be a 7. Your 4 could be an 8. Your 4 could be a 3. Your 4 could be the 4. Your 4 could be a 2. Your 4 could be a 1. You see what I'm saying? It picks you. So when it picks you, it's going to lock in with you. And when it locks in with you, it's always going to show you. So when you see your number, you know that things are always going to be good for you. All right? So those little things just keep your mind occupied and make you think more. All right? See you guys.